Unfortunately, no one got to hear this or see this at GDQ because the screen's got a letterbox. It's got a letterbox border on it, and so the GDQ staff needed us to go into the overworld or something so they could crop correctly for the stream. So no one actually got to see it. I'm happy to report I didn't catch COVID, and I thought that if I was ever going to catch it, I would catch it either traveling or while in the US. Somehow I haven't got it. I was around people that caught it. I think 2 of our friends, I think it was only 2 or is it 3? I think a couple people are positive. But I was fine. I took masks from work that I'm like fit test for, like N95s, and yeah, I'm all good. Someone else did. I think everyone on our team did pretty well. The hardest part with starting the race that you wouldn't know from watching the VOD, like, you know how there's like usually in a speed run, like particularly a kaizo hack, there's a bit of spaghetti. Who is trying to call me at this time of night? There's usually a bit of spaghetti at the start of a run. For some people, that's like nerves, right? I don't know if anyone in our team was nervous. I actually don't know. I don't get nervous for the races, right? I love that shit. Like, I'm fueled by that. I love it. But I sucked ass at the start because my hands were so cold, right? The stream room was freezing, and I was good before I came downstairs from the hotel room. But as soon as I got in the stream room and we were there for like an hour beforehand, like just prepping and getting ready, my hands were freezing, right? And so I actually think that a lot of my shit playing early on was because my hands were so cold, I couldn't like hold the controller right. So one of my takeaway things from that was like, next time I'm going to buy pocket warmers or something, and I'm actually going to have those to like keep my hands warm. Yeah, it was really cold. I know, I feel like I learned a lot this GDQ. Which was good. I got a bit more involved because one of the things that I noticed, and I've noticed this the last few GDQs as well, but well, probably the last one, but especially this one, I really noticed it. And I'm going to call him out, but Carl does fucking everything, right? And I feel like he gets taken advantage of a bit. I feel like not anyone else like gets involved and tries to help set things up. And so I tried to like help out a bit more this time so that he wasn't doing everything. I think it's really unfair. And so anyway, I learned a lot by like talking to GDQ staff and stuff as well. Because like it's hard. Like I didn't know any of that stuff. But I don't know. It's nice to be involved and actually like trying to sort things out rather than just leaving it to one person while everyone else goes and does other stuff, you know? I don't know, that was a big thing I noticed this time. I feel like the very first GDQ I went to, I was like so overwhelmed because there was literally about 100 people that I knew, and it's just like there's just shit happening everywhere, and it's just like you can't keep up. You can't talk to everyone and hang out with everyone as much as you want. It was just like, it was crazy, the first one. Second one was a little bit more chill, like there was still a lot of people that we knew, but also I was going through some shit at the time. And then this one was a little bit more low-key. We still had a pretty decent sized community there, but yeah, I think I was just a little bit more, I don't know, settled, I guess, in the GDQ space. It's very overwhelming. If you've never been to a GDQ, the very first GDQ you go to, you'll be very overwhelmed because you're just meeting everyone for the first time. Whereas this time, like 90% of the people there I had already met once or twice before, so it was quite, I don't know, it's different. It was just like hanging with old friends, which is like the best part of the whole thing. So these photos aren't in order, and this is the annoying thing. It's like I got photos just everywhere. This is, I call this evidence that I practiced Mario Maker. I think Defy by Default took this. But yeah, the cool thing I like about this photo is that Carl and I are almost like in the exact same spot. That was pretty close. We were like racing the same levels as practice, which I love doing that. That makes Mario Maker way more fun to me. I find when I'm just playing like levels like that on my own, I get a bit bored. But when you do it in like a little competitive, like fun race like that, it's really fun. This is when we went to our Italian place. Some of you probably have heard me talk like 1,000 times about the vanilla ice cream with the olive oil with the salt. And that's where this place, you get it at this place here. These are the commentators. All these photos are out of whack. I don't know. I just have to like... So this is commentators after the run. That was a really cool photo. I don't know who took that, but it's Pretty good. This is what it looks like from like at the front, I guess. So the commentators sit in front of the stage and then our team's there. The other team's like over here behind my head. You know what's interesting is like when I was on stage, I never actually looked at the lighting. The lighting was positioned in such a way that it's not really like in your face. Like my light right now is kind of like, if I crank that thing, it blows my eyeballs through the back of my skull. Whereas these lights, you just kind of don't really, I don't know, you don't notice it. It's weird. I think this is the crowd during our race. Yeah, because Defy's over here. Seeing streamers from behind is weird. Yeah. What about seeing them with legs? Have a look at just the cabling mess in this photo. Like, oh my God. I can imagine setting that up would be a nightmare. So on stage, we don't normally have speakers, but we were told that there was one level, D to the 4th, that you needed audio for. And they were trying to make us set up so that we had headphones, and that when we rotated, we had to plug our headphones into this jack in a hurry before we picked up the controller and started playing. And so anyway, my suggestion was, no, that sounds awful. Can we just put like a fold back wedge or speakers up there? Because like, it's just like playing a gig. You won't hear the other team's audio. You'll just hear your own. So anyway, we did a test during one of the what are they called? The remote runs. There was like a whole few hours of remote runs happening. So the stage was free. So we came up and like just tested everything up here, and it was fine. It was worked great. And we had it like the lowest volume you could possibly need, and you could hear it fine. And they're like, yeah, you can crank it louder if you want. But I didn't think we didn't touch it once. But that fixed the problem. Anyway, the whole time we were up there, we had sound. So that was actually quite nice, because normally you can't hear the game at all. It's just completely, like, you can't hear it. It's drowned out by crowd. This is sort of from the left side of the stage during BK's level. They have these cameras on these massive arms. They've got one for each side, which helps for both teams. That's Flygon. So when when the donations are read, they're sitting right here on the side of the stage. And they've got all these like monitors so they can like watch the run and like read the donations that are handpicked for them. Were there people standing on the side during this? Or was that for the whole last level? I don't know. I don't know who took this. I just found this in the Discord. This is like the last night at the bar. It's flattering face right here. That's an emote. This was after the Mario Maker race. We're missing a few people. I don't think Barb's in this photo. I think he'd already like disappeared. We got most of us. Oh yeah, and then they used our photo like for all the like articles. There's a Yahoo article that has like the same, well, it's the same thing. It's the same article on all these different sites, but used that photo, which is really cool. Pretty cool when you think about like, there was 7 days of non-stop speed runs. Maybe not all of them were in person, but then the photo that ends up on the thing is one of our team. Like, what are the chances? This is a photo I took just from the back during, I think, a Pokemon run. They were doing a Pokemon run, and there was always like a lot of people in here, really. The thing when you go to a GDQ is like, I find that I never ever ever go and sit in there and spend time watching a run. I don't know, but most of the time you're just really outside hanging and chatting with people and being community based, you know. This is our like selfie before the run. This is just in the practice room. Wait, what? Is that beer? In the practice room? Are you allowed to bring that shit in? I thought you weren't allowed to have like food and drinks in there. An energy cell. I've never heard of that. It looks like beer to me. This was after the SNW race. So after the first night we had this photo. I think a couple of people got cut out on the side, which is a bit unfortunate. This is our escape room. God, I fucking sucked massive nuts at the first escape room. I was so lost in that thing. And that was an intermediate one. That was this one. This is our team here, the GDQTs. I sucked ass at that. I was so lost. But then we did this like expert rated one, and I knew way more of that made sense to me. Both of them were fucked. You really need like 8 people for that. Oh yeah, this is when I got home. So yesterday when I was at work, they put my face up on all sorts of shit while I was away, and there's actually other people's faces also printed on things, like on the comms cabinet or on like something else, or on a door or on the ceiling. There's people's heads everywhere. And so now my head is on everything. This is on the back side of a CT machine. So the patients never see that. but you can see it on the camera that's looking at the patient. So when you look at the little monitor that we have next to the CT, you can see my head there. I'm also stuck on this thing. So that's looking into the CT room. And then there's this, and when I took this photo, I didn't realize it until I posted it on Twitter, but my head's also on this sheet back here, which is telling us, it's just like a little cheat sheet we can use on how to do a perfusion brain scan, like the proper setup and stuff. So my face is, I don't know. I thought it was weird because I was taking a photo of that, of this is like the injector system. I was taking a photo and it was like putting a rectangle on my screen up here. And I'm like, why is it picking up a skull as a face? But I didn't notice it for like ages. Does this look weird to anyone? This is my Super NT cable going into an iPhone USB charger into a Australia to US adapter. Looks like a fire hazard. Maybe. Anyway, Carl took these photos. He thought it was quite funny. He posted on Twitter and he said how to spot the Aussie in the room. And he took a photo of my charger. This is the saddest of goodbyes. I can't talk when I say goodbye to people because I'm very emotional. Maybe you can see like, yeah, they look pretty watery. Fuck. You can't either. That's why I'm like, bye. And then I'll message you on Discord because it's so much easier. I can't talk. Like I can't do it. Does anyone know who this is? Yeah, that's Sethling. I've watched Sethling's videos on YouTube for years. You might remember on YouTube a long time ago, he actually injected code into SMW and made Flappy Bird, like in the actual game. He did that a long time ago. He also he played Mario World with the Super Scope, and he's done a whole heap of other stuff. He just breaks the game. He did like the credits warp and all that sort of stuff. These photos are really low quality. I wonder if I saved them on my phone. So that's the Mario Maker race anyway. It was kind of nice that I was on the same side of the stage both times because I was rehearsed to go the same direction. I bumped into Panga right before I went up to the room and to say bye. And we had a very emotional like goodbye. I was like tearing up and I'm like, I'm so sorry. He's like, that's okay. I'm emotional too. And then he starts crying. And it was like, oh my God. I remember a long time ago on like, it might have been Facebook or something, or maybe it popped up on YouTube. And I told him, I said like years ago, like a long time ago, I saw this nerd on YouTube or something, or a video, like I somehow found this video of this nerd playing Super Mario World blindfolded, and he beat 11x at blindfolded, right? And that was Panga when he was really young. He uploaded this video. And anyway, I just basically said like, and like, I didn't know who he was or anything like that. And now he's like one of my good friends from GDQ. Like, who would have thought? It's like just, it's crazy to me. If you can't find Panga at GDQ, just find the rhythm games. He'll be there. Everyone had trouble with wearing glasses because of the masks, because they fogged up. And so I was quite lucky there. I think Shovda wore contacts. So these guys, I'd never actually had anything to do with these guys, but they really helped organize the Mario Maker races. Real B Chin and Big Red Boy, if you couldn't tell. But they were really nice guys, and they'd never done, like they'd never been to a GDQ before or anything. And look at this. This is all their notes for things so that they knew what to say and didn't screw up. Like they were so organized. I don't know. They did a really good job, I thought. See, I'm very disconnected from the Mario Maker community because I generally just play SMW, and the only time I play Mario Maker stuff is when I do trolls. So I'm very like, I just don't know. Most of the time I don't watch Mario Maker streams because I find it like hard to watch for me. Like I don't know, it's just the same thing over and over most of the time. And I can't watch troll levels because I'll get spoiled. So most of the time I'm just watching SMW. I'm one of those people where when I play a game, I want to see everyone else play it. So I want to see everyone play the Stanley Parable. I want to see everyone play the Resident Evil games. Like I get really obsessed. I want to see people play GoldenEye and Turok and like all these classic games that I like. Yeah, the thing with the Mario Maker race, here's the thing with the Mario Maker race for me, was after the race, I was really in my own head and I thought I played like shit. And I didn't really have a very good time after that. I feel like I just like let my team down. But when I watched the race back on the plane, I feel like I did better than I gave myself credit, because I got a lot of really good reads and I got a lot of information for like my team. There was one death I had on a Mecha Koopa purely because I forgot how they worked in Mario Maker. I was so used to Mario World. And like, if I had have just made that jump, I would have beat that level for my team. But then what happened was Dan got the next attempt or whatever, and he had what he needed to know, and he beat it, right? But I would have actually had that clear if I just wasn't thinking in SMW. I mean, really, when I look at it back, I didn't really have many moments or anything in the Mario Maker race, but I feel like I played okay overall. But at the time, I was like, I don't know. I felt very undeserving being on the Mario Maker race because I don't really play that stuff anymore. And like, I didn't practice as much as I would have liked because I was always just a backup. And so I literally found out like 3 or 4 days before the race that I had to fill in for Pooh. And I didn't know that ahead of time, otherwise I would have practiced. If I'd submitted and I was definitely part of the Mario Maker race, I would have practiced my ass off, right? But my mind was really just like trying to make sure my SMW skills were pretty good. So that's what happened. And I think that we didn't actually, like, I think we didn't actually do that bad. I think what happened was Shoujo just beat everything so quick that it felt like we did bad. And I think that made me feel worse about things. But yeah, I was really in my own head. I was pretty meh after that one. And normally after a race, I don't want to feel bad. I just want to have fun. This is a video someone posted on Twitter. I think this is sick. The Mario races are always just so hype. Oh shit. So if there's ever another Mario Maker race, I wouldn't put my hand up to be like, oh, pick me, pick me. SMW, I'd be like, absolutely like that, because that's my game. And I've been playing Mario World now for nearly 7 years. Like almost non-stop. So like Mario Maker, I feel like there's other people that are far more deserving, but like SMW, I'll always say yes if I get asked to play. Plus, it's nice to have someone that's not American on there, right? I feel like every race, it's always like all US people. It'd be nice to get someone from like Europe as well. Try and diversify it a bit. That's a great photo. The monitors we're playing on are 32-inch, by the way. They're actually pretty big, so we practiced on those. Carl's method is very much like play on the actual hardware and the actual setup that you're going to use on stage, which makes a lot of sense to me. So we did a fair bit of practice on the actual setup. And if you watched in the race, our team was really smooth. Like we didn't mess up our like musical chairs or anything. We didn't mess up our like 3 live thing. The other team had a few hiccups where they changed seats forgetting that they had 3 lives or something. Whereas our team was like really polished with that. We did pretty good. Yeah, they're getting rid of CRTs now for that stuff because they're getting harder to get, I think. They're slowly just migrating across to LCDs. The whole... Oh, yeah. We did have one hiccup. I nearly poo-stomped the whole fucking setup. So what happened was I put my controller down, my foot snagged the controller cord, ripped the multi-tap off the bench. I thought the SNES came off the bench. But holy shit, with how many glitches some of those consoles had at GDQ while we were practicing, anything could have happened. I nearly fucked up the whole, like, our team. And that was after a checkpoint, I think, too, when I watched it back. And so anyway, then I couldn't do anything. I'd already moved seats, so Carl just had to, like, fix stuff up on the bench. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I wish I could help, but, like, I'm all the way back here now. I can't do anything. It's all you, man. And so when I had my turn again, I just quickly checked. Oh, no, I think when I was sitting next to Shoujo while she was playing, I like just pressed my controller back in because my controller had actually slightly come out. So I got very lucky. There was a dangerous cord on stage in between the 2 teams that you can like, I rolled my ankle over that so many times, changing seats. I think this is shortly, like seconds after Carl's like, okay, I'm ready for bed. You fucker. He was like tired on stage. He's like, yep, I'm going to bed. You rolled your ankle on that? Yeah, I slipped as well. I was like, man, I could go for another hour. This is great. My thighs are still sore. It hurts to walk down the stairs from all the musical chairs. I look so, what'd you say to me? I was the only person that wore this mask on stage and it's covering my other mask, right? So no one else wanted to wear it because it made it harder to like breathe and all that sort of stuff because you got like 2 things on you. But I was in my mindset was, no, I'm going to wear it because someone designed that. And I think that they'd love to see at least someone wearing it. So I just wore it. I really love this drawing. I love that. There was an interesting question raised. Double jump dinos, does it mean Rexes or does it mean Yoshi because you used Yoshi as a double jump? Yeah, the art was awesome, eh? Really good. This is what a multi-tap looks like. You can plug in 8 controllers into one Super Nintendo if you use 2 of these. There was quite a few multi-taps at GDQ because Sethbling was using, I think, 2, and we had 1 for each team as well. So there's quite a few of them. In Australia, this is a large. In America, this is small. This is just in the private practice. So these are like the same monitors that we'd use on stage. I don't know if they used a RetroTink X5 or if it was, or 5X, is it? X5, 5X? Or if it was something else. This is the backstage area. This is like the green zone here where you come before you run. There's a fuckload of cabling. The sound and the stream is all controlled in this middle section. They do all the audio, the stream, all that sort of stuff. The interview area is at the back over there. They have consoles on deck over here that they use to set up on the runs. I'm not sure what this guy actually does. I'm not sure what his role is. They have people back here that organize like stuff that's going to go on the stream layout, like your names and your pronouns, and your team names, all that sort of stuff. These screens here, what you didn't probably know is that they have a microphone on each side. There's one there, and there's one there, and that's how they get the audience sound. So all the sound from the crowd goes through those 2 microphones, and that's what you're hearing on the stream. This is what the practice room is usually like, and if you can tell, basically this whole table is Mario people. Oh. I am kind of tempted to buy Macca's or McDonald's like soft serve ice cream and try and make this myself. So this is, yeah, olive oil drizzled on soft serve ice cream with salt, and it is fucking amazing. Everyone at work is like, that's disgusting. And I'm like, you know how fussy of an eater I am. If I eat it, I guarantee you would love it. I actually got the guys at the World 9 desk to fix my controller. They actually opened it up and cleaned the contacts. Oh my God, Carl. I found a room key. What the fuck? Is there a room key in the practice room? Did you look? Is that... That's where Carl was sitting. That's probably where you lost it. Carl went to the front desk like 500 times to get a new room key because he kept leaving them in the room. That's amazing. Oh my God, that's hilarious. I can't believe I didn't see that when I was looking over the photos. Oh my God. That's so funny. Holy shit, I can't believe that photo revealed that. Holy crap, and it's the angle of the photo too. If I had have taken it here, you wouldn't have even really noticed it. Fuck, I'm good. Always gotta do one of these photos. I've got them all hanging up there now. I've got 3 of them. I want to keep the collection growing. Anyway, how about we play the levels? Oh, I don't have a timer, so we don't have to worry about that. Team Dinos, of course. Yeah. Well, Mark told me that the hack actually crashed until an hour before the race. And so there absolutely apparently would have been a crash and like if we used that version of the ROM. 3 hours? Mark was telling me 1 hour. And apparently then it crashed on stage after the credits rolled. So this version might crash on me. Did they nerf levels? I think they nerfed everything as best they could. So anyway, when this started, I had very cold hands. This level was really cool. I didn't get to play the whole second half. Jeez, it's so much easier when you're playing from the comfort of your own home. Shit. Oh, that's a big bounce. On stage is different. I don't get nervous, but I had very cold hands and I could feel the pressure of the other team. I didn't want them getting ahead of me. Okay, I think I'm fucked. Yep. It didn't look that hard to get into, but maybe I'm not giving enough credit. This section, I had some really good reads in. I felt really good about this section. Until I got trolled. Ooh. So like I stood here and then I waited for the pipe and I'm like, oh sweet, now I go in the pipe?
Oh, making some good moves, Chubbs.
This part is just such a cool idea, I think. Yeah. Shoujo just like basically one-shotted half of this level. Or half of this section, so we didn't... I never got to play like beyond this jump right here. Oof. Really good reads here from Shoujo. Oof. This level looks amazing. The name and the lives? Yes. Yeah, it has to, otherwise we won't know who's playing. If you look on the overworld too, every level's thematic around it. I think Margot made the overworld. I remember on stage I was looking at this and I think I looked at Carl and I'm like, what the hell is this floating thing? Like, what is that? Trying to get like an idea of what the race level's gonna be. This level I knew was going to be puzzly, which I'm good at figuring that stuff out. All I read here was, like, so I started this level and I read Shockwave, kill sprites or something. And I was like, okay, cool. I've read enough. Gonna get one chance. Notice the Shockwave here. The actual screen effect. I think that is really wild. I've never seen an effect like that for, like, ASM. So... one thing with this level was it's very disorienting. When I first used the ASM, I was like, what is happening? And I'm trying to jump onto this jump there, like up to this platform. And it's a really tight jump. That is a fucking tight jump, right? I actually do think that could have gone down one tile in the race and it would have made things just a little less frustrating. But yeah, it's kind of hard getting used to like every single time you land on the ground, everything around you moves. But yeah, that took some getting used to. And so you'll notice my first two deaths, I'm just like, basically just like running off like that. Because I'm like, what is happening? And I noticed Barb did the same thing, so it wasn't just me getting used to it.
Shot upwards, this is interesting.
Oh, that is... Yeah, every time you land on the ground, all the sprites are gonna get shot up into the air.
I love the ripple effect.
But yeah, this first jump is really tight. I think that probably could have gone down one tile. Anyway, then I got here and I think I just went for it immediately and died because there was no Koopa. This part here, I don't know if many people recognize this, but there's a tile that scrolls the screen right so you can actually see ahead of you, which not many hacks actually do. The Jump Team hacks have started doing it. G-Breeze uses it, but this is a really nice thing. But yeah, having the camera scroll right is really nice. I didn't realize you can do that. Did you know about that, Carl? I'll do it again. I didn't realize that was an easier way. Fuck, I wish we figured that out during the race. We would actually not have been stuck here for like 5 years.
Not only just play the level and figure it out yourself, but also being able to take that knowledge.
So here you just like jump up and then go left. Imagine! Fucking imagine that! Oh, because we were trying to do this thing where we like jump across to here. It was so tough, man. We just kept dying. This jump here is really hard to get used to because if you jump too much, Yoshi gets stuck on the cloud, and if you don't jump enough, he falls off screen and despawns. You also need to activate him and then try and get him to eat all these things. And I had like a good timing set up in the race. It worked. Ugh, that's a hard berry to eat. That was a pretty hard section. This one here, Shoujo had some problems because she wasn't doing like full jumps. And then this part here, I one-shot. I just like YOLO'd it. I thought, nah, that Koopa gets stuck up there, so we don't want to have that happen. These, I think, are just really long D to the 4th sprites. got third walled. Glad that didn't happen in the race.
Let's go.
Oh! 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 So close!
I really like the song in this level too. Anyway, I think that's the best way to handle that jump.
That was a really tight Yoshi dismount. Oh!
Oh, let's
Okay,
see.
Juz's attempt.
Oh, let's go!
And then here I just like rushed. I went, ugh. And I was like, oh man, I got trolled. Well, I guess we're doing that whole previous section again. I think if this was in a G-Breeze hack, you would definitely be doing the whole section again. And then I forgot that I was in this room again, so I just held right, and I did that again, right, in the race. And then I'm like, fucking hang on a second, just like, hold on. And then, I don't know, I just completely fucked up. I knew what I needed to do after that. When I saw Carl have it, I just assessed it a bit better, but I couldn't see the other team, so I didn't know how fast they were catching up, because I knew third wall was like right on my ass if he just got in that pipe. So I'm like, well, he's gonna figure this out quick, so I need to like just go. I don't know what happened in the end, but yeah. All I had to do was do that, and I wasted 3 lives, like trolling myself. Sometimes when you're the one sitting there holding the controller, you don't really think, and you feel the pressure to move immediately, or you die. You know? I didn't want them sniping it, because last time I waited to think about something was when I was versing someone in the last race, and I missed out by like 0.4 of a second, and we lost the level by 0.4 of a second. So I didn't want that to happen again. That was in the back of my mind the whole time. I was like, I don't want someone to snipe the ending just because I was like thinking about what to do. This level here, we were told there'd be Yoshi Flight, so I didn't think there was actually going to be Yoshi Flight. We just played the level in BK's hack called Horse Flying Disorder. Took us a while to figure out you can go backwards like that. But this level at first glance was like, holy shit, there's a lot going on. You have to be patient. Oops. Whoa. I don't even know how I did that. But yeah, obviously dodging the firefly, Yoshi has to eat that. And I noticed that everyone was hitting the switch before Yoshi got there. You just have to have played BK's hack to know exactly what to do here. But basically, the coins indicate like, do the dismount, recatch. We literally told you. Hey. I'm the one giving the commentary here. Yeah, it wasn't too bad to figure out, but it was definitely, it took a moment, right? This section here, I knew that Carl was gonna be the one to save us. This is like some TJB shit. Oops, actually that's not what you want to do. We need to reset. So what happened in here is I had a really good attempt where I nearly had it. And then I got flung into the ceiling. When like on this side, before I went back for the third bounce. So then when Carl had to go, I was watching the shell up the top and guiding him on when to like move forward. And like that's all it is. Easy peasy.
Oh! And the Dino's taking level.
That's the only reason we got the win. I'm so glad. Yeah, I'm so glad you were like listening, because I was like, just wait. Because I knew you weren't going to go back to the left, so you may as well have like killed the green blocks before you went over. But yeah, like that level honestly is super quick and super easy. But anyway, this level is wild. I remember looking at this, I was like, oh yeah. And then when this happened, we're just like looking at each other like, oh, what the fuck? So this is a different version of the song. This is the one we had on stage. Apparently the song changes between different versions. That's why I chose this version to play. So yeah, this uses a thing called Mode 7. And I don't know how they built the level or how it all works. But mode 7 is like a really wacky thing. It's used in games like Super Mario Kart and like Jurassic Park and just stuff like that. There's like, I don't know, any games that like kind of give you like a 3D effect. So in Jurassic Park, it's used on the title screen thing that comes in. It shows you the island. It's pretty insane. But anyway, I had trouble. I didn't realize this was what the doors looked like. It's just like didn't appear that way to me during my section. So I think I did this section here. And I got to the final jump and I didn't know where to go. I just followed the coins. I don't understand how it like changes hitboxes and all that shit as well. So I did all of this and then I didn't realize that the door was that green thing on the right. So I jumped to the left following the coins and I died. And I was like, ugh. And then I think I saved it and did it the next time. I love the crowd reaction in this level. This level deserved all the hype. And then, oh shit, don't hold jump. Everyone else did like that to like bounce back, but I just do small bounces. Fucking hell, that's crazy, eh? I think this is the checkpoint I got. And this is where I died because it was like a hurry section. I just wasn't ready for it. So it stretches the level. And then the next one we hit flips it upside down. Like, what the hell, man? Oh. You stopped caring about racing? Oh, I mean... I think I just wanted to do well and I didn't want to suck, but I didn't care if our team lost. I think it was good. It was perfect that we had the 5 wins or whatever on our team. And then they ended up winning overall. I think that was like the perfect way to like sum up the whole thing. Otherwise it's very one-sided. This part is fucking crazy. You can see, if you look at Mario right now, just underneath Mario, that's the whole level right there. The whole obstacle. Like, what in the bullshit is that? How? Oh, jeez. Just crazy. Oh, we lost our minds when it zoomed in that far.
So
Barb also making it in the door for the dino.
Oh, let's go. Both teams incredibly close together, so anyone can take it.
Getting on the micro scale now.
I think that is just one of the coolest levels I think I've ever seen. This level here, I really liked Maddie's level as well. I also didn't notice this, but see where the left cloud is? There's actually a Sonic in the wall because it's Maddie's level. Allegedly. Having fun together. Well, that's the thing. I think that being serious and trying to win a race is all good, but I think having fun is more important for an event like that. It's a charity event. It's not a fucking I'm the best at Super Mario World event. You know what I mean? So it should be fun. And that's a little bit of what part of the problem I had with the Mario Maker race was it felt very serious. Which kind of like, that's where I felt like I let everyone down in the Mario Maker race. So anyway, this level here was probably my favorite of the, well, I mean, okay, this and the previous level are my 2 favorites. I had some pretty good reads in this level. I had a really good first attempt in this. Because I got to here, I just didn't make the distance, I died. That's a very quick checkpoint, that one. I don't know if we needed that one. This was hilarious. Reading messages is slow and may make you lose the race. Oh, Maddie is like a shit poster, and it's great. Oh yeah, I forgot that this like makes the P-switch go. Ah, sorry, the gravity flip. This level was like really tricky for me. I suck at doing the upside down shit. It's just Australian. I just want to know. That doesn't kill you. I just don't understand why this is here. I don't know, maybe it's like an aesthetic. If you go immediately here, oops, it works out best. Yeah. You know why? It's because of the amount of like Hyper 6 and shit like that. That all the levels use this song. This part here, I thought I had to go on the key. I just couldn't get my head around what they actually wanted. But then this makes way more sense. Everyone struggled to get this like checkpoint. I don't think I actually even played this part. I think Shoujo just had it, didn't she? Or did I? I can't remember. This is some of the spikes. Woo! I think this is the one that I one-shot. Yeah, that's definitely the one I one-shot, and I didn't do it that time.
Here's, we'll see how that plays out.
Shoujo also getting the next checkpoint.
Oh.
Neck and neck again.
Both players very close, or both teams actually very close in this section. The RNG Dolphins have a...
Oh! Dinos with the checkpoint.
Miracles happened. See that fake fucking platform right there? Did you see that? I didn't notice that at the time. That? Also, there's a camera fix here, which is interesting. And I did not know that it said the words here. You couldn't hear this.
A few moments later.
And that just makes it so much better.
To the final part, let's see if they can adjust for it. Oh!
A few moments later.
Checkpoint, I guess.
And the level keeps going.
All right, so we're not done.
I love SpongeBob time cards. I think I also died once and then one-shot this. Not this time.
So welcome to this. I just want to say that this screams Maddie allegedly.
It seems enough of...
Just getting a checkpoint.
I'm so glad that I'd like killed this part. Fuck! But then at home, apparently it's impossible. Used up all my gameplay on stage. Woo! I remember. I don't think I played this part though. I think Shoujo got this part. So I don't know if you guys have seen the YouTube video. So I posted this run on YouTube, and I also put the interview at the start. And I put the interview in, and then I found that exact time card and posted it after the interview to lead into the actual race. As like a foreshadowing. And I thought that was genius. Think whatever you want. Wow, I struggled on that part in the race.
Great reads.
Please clap.
Please clap.
This automatically slows you down. This part was hilarious.
The final... Oh.
I think I laughed my
ready?
ass off when the fish
Are
fell.
you ready? Let's go fish. Wow.
Good luck.
Oh.
Good luck.
Wow. Okay, never mind. This
I thought
changes
this
a
was
lot.
real too. Can you imagine if that was real? That would
The
be
fake
fucked up.
spikes the troll, and the double jump dinos taking level 5. Absolutely incredible. Trolly, exactly what I expected.
The spinning mechanic? Yeah, we were just talking about that one. Oh, this level. There's something interesting about this level that I did not notice while we were playing it. I think I basically one-shot this part, which felt pretty good. Apparently, these levels are really hard at home, I've found. The levels this year were, no joke, they are very, very difficult. The last one were actually quite easy. Oh, shit. Love the KLDC level. Well, that's the thing. I wonder, do you know the story behind this level? Maybe it's in the video. I should watch it. But I wonder if this is using snakes because I basically made Idol make kaizo hacks. Because of Hyperugia. I loved it so much. I said, you have to make a full hack. So like here, I didn't see the word hee, and if you die and reset, it's gone. It's over. It warps you to another subworld or something. And it's just like little things like that that I didn't even notice. It's pretty overwhelming to look at in a race. And I'm sitting like really close to a 32-inch monitor, which is bigger than what I use at home. I think I'm using a 27? No, I think I'm using a 30-inch. I made sure they were the same size as the iMac. And this part, so I didn't get a chance at doing this part. This part, my god, this section here is really cool, and I fucked up on like a really good attempt, and I would have beat the level around the 12-minute mark. If you look at the race, you'll see around the 12-minute mark, I had a great run. Carl got all the knowledge here for this jump that I needed, because was it Carl or was it Shoujo? Oh, I can't remember. No, it must have been Shoujo. Wait, to figure out how the chuck goes. Nyum, I didn't see that. I didn't see any of this riding during the actual race. But yeah, basically I got all the way up here, I jumped across, dodged all this stuff, but I used up these platforms so quickly, and then I had no idea the orb was right there. So I got right to the end. Right to the end. But yeah, that section was a lot shorter. I reckon that probably could have been a little bit longer, that section, if Idle section was a little bit shorter. You know, the 30-second head start we had meant fuck all for this level. Like, because when I started this level, we couldn't... I noticed the stream replay didn't actually have the right screen selected at the start of this. But I'm watching this and I'm like, what are the star blocks? And then it just like warps me back, so... I don't know, this was really hard to get a feel for. And then I somehow like... fell into a one-tile gap here. Do you beat kaizo level? Don't give D ideas. This level's just mental. Hanger, I'm looking forward to when you make the trip back to SMW. Because I know it'll happen. Yeah, I like fell into that gap somehow. Anyway, somehow I got in there and I jumped out of a one-tile gap. Thank God. This part here was just fucked up. Part of me thinks that maybe spinning was the way to go. Like spinning on the balls? I don't know. You wait for a pause in the song. God, this level's fucked up. God, it's fucked up. D! Ah! Oh my goodness. Oh, jeez, man. Did you guys see what I posted on Twitter this afternoon before I started stream? I posted a video of the practice room where I was playing third wall's like laggy shell jump. And as soon as this happened, I looked over at third wall and I was like, I've trained for this.
Is this the level? This is the one. Have fun. I don't even know. Oh, that might be good.
Yeah, I think that's on the low end, but I think you might be good.
I don't think I'm getting the height.
Oh, you got the height. If you hit the shell, you got the height.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But it's a low bounce.
Did the disco shell just moving towards the door, though? Is the best. I don't know. Every time I see it.
This level is like peak concept for me.
It's almost interesting to see, like, the different types of shell jumps.
Oh!
Maybe I'll jump a little too long there, Josh. See, it took you 2 tries. It's not that hard.
This is just wild, this part. Except it's, oh my god, it's fucked up. I don't know how to, I couldn't time this in the race. Jeez. What? Lies, man. Oh, you know what we should have done? Oh, that's a death block there? I didn't even see that. You know what we should have done? We should have just stood here and then gone down. Oh. We are dumb. See the part about the sound chip? No, I didn't. I know the level, I know that Dee's biggest issue with this level was getting the sound to, like the music to always line up to the level because of dying and like things going out of time. I didn't get to play this room. This is the one Carl was in. And then this room, oh no, it's the next room, never mind. God, there's a funny story about that bat room, huh? Sheesh. Alright, I think it was this room, wasn't it? No, it's the next room. Who did this? Was it Shoujo? If there's one thing I'll say about this level, it's the palette makes it quite hard to actually read a lot of it. I think that's like one issue with this level is the palette. Some of the walls, like I couldn't even see that wall next to the spring there. Oh, this room! Okay, let me give you some story about this room. Okay, the reason we got behind in this level is because of this room, right? And so, I think, was it, I had a go and I think Shoujo had a go, I can't remember. But we died in such a janky, weird way that Carl said, oh, you've got to land on the red bats because the blue bats were killing us, right? And so if you watch the video back, we had 2 shitty deaths where it's very convincing if you watch it that the blue bats were death. And so what we were doing was trying to like bait out the red bat so that we killed the red bats. But really, like my first thought was like, oh, okay, yeah, you got to kill every enemy in the room. But then when we died to the blue bats and Carl said, you got to hit the red, I just assumed he knew something about that game that this is based on, like Necrodancer or whatever. I assumed he knew something that I didn't. So I was like, okay, cool, we'll go for the red bats. And then the other team got through it so quick, I'm like, nah, that can't be right. Something's wrong. But here we are thinking that red bats were the ones you had to kill. And so we got fully behind because of that. But like, if you watch the video back and you see what, like how we died, it's an easy assumption to make. But in hindsight, I'm looking at it now, the red bats just move like faster. Just killed all the bats and left? Yeah, right. And then this is another room I didn't get to play, which I'm not sad about because it's fucked up. It's a getting over it room. Oh, I thought this was a ceiling, D. These blocks here, that looked like a ceiling or something to me. It was very deceiving. See, even the red bullets go twice as fast. This jump's quite tight, I think. Wasn't too bad. And then this is where it hurts your eyes. This room, I didn't know these blocks were auto pickup, and I think that I wish that there was a room earlier that taught you that, because I was throwing the blocks and I'm like, what is this fucking jank? Like on stage, I'm like, what? This is fucking jank. Like I think I said that. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, the outline blocks probably would have made more sense, like we see in all the other hacks. But like, if you just walk into it holding run, you pick it up immediately. And I didn't know that, so I'm like trying to grab it and I'm just throwing blocks away. And I'm like, what is happening? No, I think, was it Shovda said she, like, took a death for the team to figure out if they were, like, auto pickup or something. We didn't do that. I'm just gonna yell at D of the 4th next time I see her. next GDQ that I'm there at, D, I'm gonna be like, D! Your level! I always give D shit about things like that. It's kind of like, it's part of our friendship. Ah! You know, half my attempts I was throwing the blocks away by... You know. Uh-oh. Dude, the spaghetti here is like, fuck you! Oh. Jeez. Changed different things. Slept on the plane. Yeah, I got 8 hours on my 14-hour flight, so it was pretty messy. So I flew from Minneapolis to Dallas. My Dallas to LA flight got delayed. So then when I landed in LA, I missed my LA to Brisbane flight by like barely any time. It was ridiculous. And so then I got put on a Sydney flight that was 14 hours. When I landed in Sydney, my new Sydney to Brisbane flight, I missed that because of all the shit in Sydney I had to deal with. So I got put on the next flight, which was an hour later, and I ended up getting home at midday instead of 5 a.m. So I was 7 hours behind schedule. And if I didn't I got the very last seat on the plane to Brisbane that I did get, and if I didn't get that, I would have had to wait like 10 hours or something before the next one. So the flight was at like 10 in the morning. Oh, 8 hours, I guess. At 10 in the morning, and the next flight was like 6:30 at night. So it would have been like over 48 hours since my shower. It's pretty fucked up. Or something like that, about 48 hours. So yeah, look, I didn't feel very good about my... straight after the race, I didn't feel good about the way I played. Because I didn't really prepare much for this race. I was a fill-in for Pooh, who cancelled like 3 or 4 days before the race. And so I was still preparing for the Mario World race. I was like trying to focus on that. I didn't want to completely shit the bed on that game. The Wi-Fi at GDQ was also horrendous, so I could barely load levels and play levels either. So it made it really hard. Yeah, I just didn't feel too good about my gameplay. I had a hard time reading stuff, and I don't know. I felt like the whole time, maybe it's a bit of imposter syndrome. I thought there were other people that were far more deserving to be up there playing this game, since I literally these days just play troll levels. So I haven't played kaizo stuff. I haven't played kaizo stuff since around the last GDQ that we did it. And so anyway, that was a little bit in my head. I felt pretty bad after the race, and I was like kind of beating myself up a bit because I thought that I should have just done better, you know? And I felt like I let the team down, you know? But then when I watched the video back a couple days later on the plane, I felt a bit better because when you look at what I was actually doing, I actually got a lot of pretty good reads, and I did one-shot a couple sections as well, I think, from memory. I don't know, I had some good stuff. I did have some good moments in it, but I think it was just sort of overshadowed, and like no one could tell you what I did in the race. You know what I mean? So I don't know, I beat myself up quite a bit over this one. And so afterwards I was very unexcited to watch it back. But when I did watch it back, it made me feel a little bit better. So anyways, I played the levels on the plane too, and I did pretty okay on them using Joy-Cons. But yeah, this level here, I found it very hard to actually see the spring in the actual level. Fuck you! Well then. But like all the levels they were pretty good. The Mario Maker levels were really good. I think Aura one-shot this. Oh, and then I died here because I was like, long jump? I did like a long jump for whatever reason and died. And then I didn't wait here, and that like held me up. Attempt. I don't know, I just had a lot of like silly deaths that shouldn't have happened. This part here, this only triggers if you go down to the coins. That's a spring. And that was confusing as well. I'm looking at that, and at a glance, I think that they're clouds. I get why they're there, so you can't land on the spring early, but to me, I could not read that. I was like, what? So yeah, that's why the boos are there instead of clouds. Like, I don't know. At a glance, I struggled, man. It was like level 1. My hands were freezing, so I was like not able to like even play properly anyway. And then the level's going at fucking hyper speed. You know, like level 1. Hope you don't have to blink. But that's one of the things that got me. It was just so quick. It's level 1. My hands are cold. That part that you got to do a neutral, otherwise you won't make it. I thought someone was going to die there for sure. But really, that level's pretty cool. I think that having just a simple platforming level straight up would have been much nicer, so that I could like ease into it. But it just threw us into fucking hyperspeed. What was this one? Source power level. Source power. I can't remember this. It killed you? Did it actually? Oh yeah, this level I had some pretty good reads. I had a really good run on this. I think it was on this part actually. Wherever there's a bomb throw into a claw. Was it this part or maybe it was the next part? No, it was this part. I had a really great run on this part. And then that got all the info for my team. I died on that jump there because I didn't know what to do. And like I could have one-shot it. I honestly could have one-shot it.
Cobalt Cave.
Excellent name.
Absolutely. Great little bit of alliteration there.
Oh, the mid-air boot setup.
Some solid reads going on right now from juzcook. That's what I love about Sauce Powder. He makes these mid-air setups where you're landing the boot like that just looks so effortless.
Throw of the bomb.
Nice.
Oh!
JoJo's got a chance to catch up right now for her team.
If I just stayed still in that cannon. But what happens is sometimes when you have a really good single attempt run, you oh, it's gonna disappear. You kind of get like this like anxious kind of like, oh shit, I've done too much without dying. What's gonna kill me now? And you fuck up because you get in your own head. But like all this is pretty standard platforming for a Mario Maker level. I think we died here on an attempt or something. This jump's kind of actually tricky. Yo, honey, thanks for the bits. This one here, I also had some pretty good reads. So, like, I had good reads. It was just, yeah. No, I'm not in the test group for that. This level, for starters, I was like, what do you do? I was looking at it, I'm so confused. And there was an arrow, so I was like, all right, just throw that. I think Dan told me just kick the Goomba down there. Oh, God. Good. This is pretty standard, but you know what makes this level hard is the auto scroll. It adds so much pressure. So while I was up here, I was like, well, obviously got to go down this way again. And then here, well, I just had a dumb idiot moment forgetting that I could spin jump off vines in Mario Maker. So that's why I died. Otherwise, probably would have one-shot this. It was right there, and I died to something stupid. Had really good reads in this section as well. If you watch the video back, I like had a very good, solid run of this.
Woo! In the up pipe. There you go, Shoujo. Nice checkpoint, nice check. Oh, both teams hitting checkpoint at the same time here.
It's
They're neck and neck.
Yeah.
You know what I gotta say, Big Red Boy, about your level design? I feel like you really have mastered the use of auto scroll. It's always just such great pacing, great good flow. It really helps spawn in the enemies at just the right time too.
Yeah, I try to keep everything visible with the camera. And
you're nailing it, my man.
Camera work.
Love to see it. Nice reads from Juz again.
Oh, some good progress here.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a hat.
Let's see if he can pull it out here.
Oh,
close.
Missed spin jump.
Yeah, there was no Z indicator there. I don't know.
Oh, shit. I also saved this section somehow on one attempt. I mean, I didn't do that bad, really. But I did get in my own head. The snapback. Wouldn't have that problem on the D-pad. This part here, if you do that, that's what happens. And so somehow Aura like stopped and did not get owned.
One final checkpoint. Oh! He dodges the troll. You cannot get this man. He has seen too many. He has seen
He
too
saw
many.
that coming a mile away.
But that would have been a good troll if it was like neck and neck. This level here, we never got, our team never saw the third section. We barely saw the second section. And you know what? I'll show you something that I didn't realize. So I think the first jump, oh maybe, no, I think you need it, but you don't have to power jump. You just jump up. But we were all like holding and like doing this like, you know, the big jump. You don't have to do that at all. You just jump. And then every one of these like note blocks is indicated by the mushroom platforms. You haven't replayed. Oh, so Panga, he somehow did the right thing, but I'll show you what happens when you don't do the right thing. This part here, the mole nearly took me the wrong way. I had a lot of trouble understanding what the hell I was meant to do there. You did see the troll? Oops. Dude, Sauce Powder, thanks for the bits. Your level was really good. All the Mario Maker levels were really good. It's just sad that they were over so quick. So this section here, our team never saw this. Oh god, and that's what happens. One thing this level has, maybe not in this section, it's got kill munches that instantly kill you, so you don't have to wait to die. Oh yeah, right. Okay, let me do that. No! So here, if I want to die, I just stand there and it instantly kills you. And I thought that was a really good level design. Don't move on me. So if you go to the right here, if you don't hold left, you get stuck here. And I was like, what? I think this is great. Great little troll. That was a really good level. I had a pretty good. I got one of the checkpoints in this one, and I had a pretty like hype moment where I nearly saved something really crazy. But I thought this level was neat because I liked the mechanics behind it. Oh, that's unfortunate. They usually switch the audio in the races to the leading team. I think that, oh no, that level, I don't think there was anything you could do to fix that level's audio because it changed tempo and stuff. I think I just missed a long jump there and that stopped me from getting this checkpoint, which is a shame.
As well as GDQ for all you do.
Thank you, thank you. Ooh,
oh, nice.
What a clutch run from Panga. Checkpoint just like that.
Oh, missed the long jump.
But yeah, this is where I had a pretty good run. Whew. So I read all this really good. And then here, this was all just like flow, and this is all information that I got from my team. And then I think in the end, I ended up just one. Oh, fuck. Oh, I think I one-shot it actually. I don't think they even got to play that part. And so I had little moments like that. I don't know. I feel like no one really even saw any of that. But that was what kind of made me feel a little bit of redemption while I was up there. I was like, good, it's one less checkpoint that someone else has got for the team. Yo, Bob, thanks for 26 months. And then this part here, I had some crazy save here that I think that's what I heard people like making noise for.
Almost
but I was
caught
like
that wall
going
jump
backwards
again
and
in
forth over here somehow and just didn't quite clutch it. I didn't even hear the P switch here. I was like, why is Aura waiting? Freaking cool, man. But yeah, this level made me feel a little bit better about my playing, at least. Because yeah, I walked away from this race feeling pretty down. I thought it was like my worst performance at any GDQ race. I don't know. It was just like I just couldn't clutch things out in this race, and that's what dragged me down. I was so close to having some really good moments, and I just couldn't bring it home. This level, I had one shitty death. Like I hit a muncher. I just literally just clipped a muncher by like a pixel, and it ruined me from getting a checkpoint. Happened every level, there was something. So I think I started this and I was like, oh, we want the cannon to push us. It's like a throwback to the old cannon tech in Mario Maker 1, which was pretty cool. Who did the first level like this? Was it Carl or was it Panga? What the fuck is that? Dancer Vardo's donation during this level. What was his donation? I can't remember. God, I'm so glad Dan got to hang out. Panga made Panga Express. Is it Panga Express? And then you made Salty Sagan's Shaggin' Wagon or some shit. I can't remember what it's called. Is that what it's called? I can't remember. Was it that? Oh shit, that was just dumb. Swaggin' Wagon, I think it was called. It might have been Swag. Yeah, Swaggin', yeah. God, that's going back so many years. That's